So on Friday, gold pushed to a new all-time high, convincingly closing above $2,500. And that, of course, was driven by something extremely significant. Maybe. Gold just hit a new all-time high. It's a big one. With Friday's close above $2,500, gold broke the psychological barrier and it closed there convincingly. But Sunday's market open could have very easily given that up, with investors rushing to take profits, because the strange part in all of this is that we didn't actually see factors that should have pushed price to that new level, at least not yet. Let's start with the Chinese gold buying. Maybe you saw news about new import quotas for Chinese banks. Maybe you saw videos referencing that news, but some have taken that to mean that the People's Bank of China resumed its gold buying for the year, further adding to the central bank's reserves. Now, that is not the case. China's central bank hasn't actually bought for 3 straight months. The 2024 gold purchases still stand at just shy of 80 million troy ounces of gold. Now, that's a lot, but they have not resumed buying like some have said. What the People's Bank of China actually did was issue quotas with exceptionally low premium numbers. That would be to offshore suppliers. And if those suppliers don't want to agree to those premiums, well, then those quotas could just as easily go unfilled. Another big factor is that we're still waiting on a rate cut or two from the Federal Reserve, and last week's rally, or rally within the rally, didn't stem from any actual move. So this has been a really strange rally from the beginning, starting in December, when word started going out about an imminent rate cut. Now, that has simply been kept alive for 9 months. It feels like tailgating prior to the actual game. Now, Chinese gold purchasing kept that alive for sure, but these mini rallies within the larger rally sometimes feel like somebody out there is just buying a new round of shots. Everybody celebrates a little bit more, but we don't get any closer to the actual event. And then a third factor, of course, is Iran's retaliatory actions, or lack thereof. When I saw the price of gold tearing off Friday, I assumed that I'd missed some news about an Iranian event, but no, it's actually the opposite. Complete silence. So the strange part in all of this is simply that there was no real concrete catalyst, at least not for the new all-time high. It was caused by a drop in the dollar as compared to other currencies. So we hear buy the rumor all the time. Well, this feels a little bit like we're buying any rumor. Now, that said, the new all-time highs didn't disappear over the weekend like some might have thought or some might have hoped. And the actual rumors, the Chinese gold buying, the Fed rate cuts, and the ongoing Middle East tensions haven't gone anywhere. As any or all of these actually come to pass, we're going to see direct impacts on gold price. I'm seeing analysts calling for $2,700 gold price in 2024, $3,000 in 2025, and I don't see any reason to call those numbers unlikely. Let me show you why. This chart shows where China stands in terms of their gold as a percentage of total reserve holdings. So if there's any concern that China is done buying gold for any extended period of time, well, this is a really good visualization for how little they actually have compared to their total reserves. So even though we haven't seen them officially resume their gold purchasing, they have a long way to go, especially if talk of future gold-backed trade currency for BRICS nations has any basis in fact. Now here's another, this isn't new, but this is the CME FedWatch tool, and it currently shows 100% of traders expect a rate cut in September. But there's more going on here, because 22.5% expect a half point rather than just a quarter. Now, Powell is set to speak at the Jackson Hole Federal Reserve Symposium on Thursday, and the expectation is that we'll get another foreshadowing event of this rate cut. So, a new round of shots. Now, I don't have any charts for possible regional conflicts, but I guess 2 out of 3 ain't bad. The big events driving gold price are still ahead of us. So, Fed rate cut for sure, and then China resuming gold purchases probably. So, the strange thing in this rally continues to be that actual events are not driving the price, unless you want to consider a falling USD ratio on the Dixie, but even that is somewhat driven by rumor. Now, the rally at this point is actually going off of excitement. It's going off a little bit of fear. And Friday's new all-time highs, they're a great example of this. It looked like a lot happened, but nothing really did. Yet. Okay, let's call it good there. Let us know what you think about gold pushing above $2,500. Was that a surprise? Maybe it was just a surprise that it happened so soon. Let us know. And then while you're in the comments, be sure to hit that like button if you found any of this interesting. Be sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on if you want to hear more on the topic. And if you're still here, thanks again for watching. I always appreciate your time. Take care.